Welcome, and thank you for joining us for another one of Mike and Billy's Whiskey Reviews. This is Billy.
I'm going to do the...
And I'm Mike. And today, we bring you the Balvenie 21-year-old PortWood. The Balvenie is...
What port's it from, Mike?
PortWood is the second maturation of this particular whiskey. Balvenie is a Highland or Speyside distillery. The Balvenie is known for their honeyed whiskeys. And this 21-year-old PortWood is one of their best whiskeys that's readily available. They make a lot of whiskeys, 40s, 50s, 30s.
I just smelled it. It smelled amazing. Also, it looks like there's some floaties in there from the cork, maybe.
You know what? Funny you should bring that up. Whiskeys that are, say, 21, 25 years old, sometimes they develop little white crystals in them just because of the contact with wood.
Jesus.
Yeah. And sometimes those get on your glass, and sometimes they form a little bit in the barrel.
You know what that is? Extra. Free.
It's a hallmark of a lot of time in good wood.
Ooh, give me some good wood.
Now,
that's what she said.
But now, what makes the Balvenie special is this whiskey was matured in ex-bourbon barrels for about 21 years, and then it was transferred for a finishing period in PortWood pipes. So whiskey or cask that we used to make PortWood wine. So it should develop kind of more of a fruity flavor, but more, I would say, red fruits would be my guess. This particular version of the Balvenie 21-year-old, I know you can see this is a 43%. There is 3 versions I've seen of the Balvenie 21-year-old. There's a 40% one, which is terrible. Not terrible, it's just watered down. The 43% is readily available here in the United States, and they do make a 47.8 like they do in the single barrel series. So, 3 different versions of the whiskey. I've only tried the 43% version. Balvenie tries to experiment with different woods, especially as far as finishing goes. You know, they have a whole series of the single barrel, or the 17-year-olds in a double wood, Islay cask, sherry cask, different techniques and different wood choices as far as how to age the whiskey. Balvenie, I think, is run by, or still run by, Dave Stewart, who is the longest serving, I believe, member in the whiskey making industry, over 50 years with Glenfiddich and Balvenie, which Balvenie is Glenfiddich's higher end whiskey. I don't know if many of you knew that. They're located fairly close to each other in Speyside. Let me think of what else I want to say about this whiskey.
I want to say...
Before we get to the good stuff. Oh, Dave Stewart, I have seen him on a video called this his favorite Balvenie. I have tasted better Balvenies. Tasted better Balvenies. Tasted a 30-year-old one time, just one shot of it, or 1 dram of it, and it was fantastic. Older Balvenies are fantastic and shockingly expensive.
Shockingly expensive.
This particular 21-year-old whiskey is reasonably priced in the States. Q1 of 2017, it retails for about $225. Expensive whiskey, really good light whiskey. Again, from the Balvenie distillery, though it's known for making really good whiskeys and have a kind of a honeyed finish, unpeated.
If I'm going to spend $225, I'm going to get 2 Lagavulins and a bunch of meat and throw on the grill and eat. Also a good way to spend your money. Okay, first of all, Billy, I believe Balvenie does color the whiskey. I may be wrong about that, but I believe it is chill filtered at 43%. Let's get the color on this one. Color their M&Ms, and I'd still love them.
You use the only piece of paper with coffee stains on it.
Sorry.
I got some cream.
But this has kind of a, if it is natural color, the PortWood, thank you, the PortWood really added like a redness to it almost, as opposed to a sherry where it's like a darker color. This is almost like a redness.
It's nice. It's one of those, like, you know, is it amber? Is it like a golden?
It's a good color. Good deep gold. Medium gold.
Mine has a blueberry seed in it.
Let's go with it.
I'm gonna eat it.
What are you smelling here?
Dude, appley, cherry.
A lot of fruits, dark fruits, like a red apple.
Sweetness.
What else do I get? I definitely get the red apple.
Yeah.
I get some lighter fruits as well, almost like a light peach, like a soft peach,
like a nectarine that's not ripe yet.
Almost maybe like an apricot.
Ooh, I'll eat the shit out of an apricot
with a little bit of spice.
Oh, there's some spiciness on there. Yep, for sure.
I don't know where the spiciness exactly comes from. Like, there's no smoke to this, but there is a woodiness to it. And there's a difference between, like, smoke from a peated whiskey, like from Islay, like a Lagavulin or the Forg or Kalila, and a woodiness that I get from like older Macallans, like the Macallan 21-year-old fine oak.
It kind of tickles your nose just a
Oh, so it's such a light but luscious and fruity nose on it. So many. Every time I go back in here, like I pick up the initial, like red fruit. Then
right off the boom.
But I get like a little bit of ginger.
There's something spicy, but it's not spicy like you're smelling black pepper. It's like
so many soft, subtle things. Like if things were turned up, say from 1 to a 10 as far as intensity, like everything's like at a 3.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of cinnamon.
Let's see if tasting it helps us.
Let's go.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Sweetness, honey, apples.
Your vanilla.
Vanilla. But honey, vanilla, clove, a little bit of cinnamon.
A little bit of grassiness. Like freshly mowed grass.
I don't like to put water in every whiskey. And this is one I just want to be a little careful with because it's an older whiskey. And you can unravel older whiskeys with too much water. There's a lot going on here. I get a light peach again, almost like a white or a tan peach, as opposed to like a peachy peach. If that makes
I'm not
any
a
sense.
huge fan of peaches, but I love nectarines. So to me, it's like one of those nectarines you buy, and it's like still too unripened and really crisp, like an apple. So the flavor's really toned down in it. That's what I get. I'm deaf, dude.
That is good. That is so smooth. There's almost no alcohol bite to that at all.
At all.
I mean, for 43%, there is nothing to that.
It's like you're drinking a mixed drink in the bar, and you don't even
notice the alcohol.
Yeah, it's like a White Russian.
Right, it's like a drink like you would have like lemonade or it's like a Arnold Palmer or something on the golf course. You're like, did you put a little bit of alcohol in this? You put rum in this or something?
I'm trying to get drunk at the golf course.
And this is just 43% straight alcohol.
And it's delicious.
It is delicious.
Really good.
Really good. Wow. I think I'm handing out my highest whiskey score ever on our channel today, right here with this one.
I'm impressed.
God, when I go back to it now I feel like there's more tropical fruits. Maybe like an orange, not something as citrusy as an orange, like a light tangerine, like a light peach, a light tangerine, maybe like an apricot. But all of them kind of just very subtle, just hints and suggestions of those fruits. And all of them.
Yeah.
Clove, spice, allspice, a little bit of cinnamon.
There is a little bit of cinnamon.
This is an extremely impressive whiskey. This is your first time tasting it. I have had this whiskey before. This was really my first whiskey that was over 20 years old that I'd ever bought. And a great first one to have. This really has a lot of everything. Yeah. You know, we had one other PortWood wine finished whiskey. That was the Glenmorangie Quinta Rubin.
Yep.
And this is a completely different experience.
Yeah, this is so good.
I mean, that one I felt like the PortWood like really took over that whiskey, especially in the finish, where this one, just like everything we said, everything is subtle, everything is refined. It's not a weak amount of anything, but there's just the right good amount. You know what it is? It leaves you wanting a little bit more of everything.
Yeah.
It takes you right to like, well, that's a good amount.
Oh, that water just opened it up.
So much, didn't it?
Oh my goodness.
You know, Dave Stewart says he likes to bring his whiskey, so these whiskeys, down to around 35, 37% ABV. I think it was 37% ABV. He says that's the best for tasting.
Really?
So this one's at 43. I don't necessarily agree with that. Yeah, and then we put a little bit of water in it, so maybe it's just down to 40 or so.
Wow.
Wow, it's just, I smell apples and peaches and pears.
It's too complex for my little brain to handle. It's intensely awesome. This is definitely one of my favorites we've ever done for the channel. Without a doubt. It's good.
It has such, oh man.
You know what would be perfect
such
with this?
What?
A redhead. It would be perfect with this.
Anything would be perfect with this. This is a good summer whiskey, good winter whiskey. And the aftertaste is long, and it goes, but it's like the taste and the smells.
There's just a bit of that freshly brush your teeth, tingly mouth sensation.
Yes.
Just a bit.
That's the spice, I think, of the wood. The oakiness is kind of kicking in a little bit.
Oh,
I gotta tell you, man, this is, I'm gonna hand out the highest whiskey score I've ever handed out. I'm handing out a 92 out of 100. Better than Glenfarclas 25.
I'm not going to score this because I don't even know how to. It's that good.
I'm going hot and heavy. 92 out of 100. The Balvenie 21-year-old Portwood, readily available in the States for a nice aged whiskey. You know, it's going to cost you a little bit over $200 US. Maybe you can find it cheaper online, but especially for this one, the 43% ABV. I've had, I believe, I've had 2 bottles of this. Is my second bottle of it, and it's so consistent with the way it's made and the taste and the feel, and it has a really nice box too. It's not over the top.
If you've made it this far, 10 minutes deep into the video, smash that like button. Just smash it, kill it. Thumbs up.
And this is, yep, and the
Share
subscribe.
The video. Subscribe. If you're a subscriber, go in and click on the little bell, and then you'll get notifications when we do a new video. That's something new that they just started doing over there at YouTube, and it's kind of cool crap.
So as always, we appreciate you joining us for another one of Mike and Billy's whiskey reviews. And as always,
Wait, we may have some shirts coming.
when we do, we'll post it online. If you want to see our lovely faces every day, which I don't even want to see it, you are welcome to.
But drink safely.
Happy drinking.
Have a drink. Shit.
Bye.